Groot.
What's up, guys? If you can understand my pal Groot, that means Clutch to Picks Week 9. I'm filming this on Halloween, which is why I was wearing that Groot mask. But anyways, let's get to the football picks, shall we? Tampa Bay and Atlanta. Tampa Bay lost last week in a overtime game against the Raiders. A very exciting overtime game. The Falcons won with a late touchdown against the Packers. Matt Ryan is having an MVP season. He's doing great offensively. Really, no other quarterback is competing with him right now, and no other player for that matter. I think Matt Ryan and this Atlanta offense are going to be able to beat this Tampa Bay defense. Their offense is just amazing. The Buccaneers is pretty good too, but I think Atlanta will be able to take them down. On this Thursday night football game, I see the Falcons winning 27-20. Detroit and Minnesota. So like I said earlier, I'm filming this on Halloween night, which means the Monday game just finished between Minnesota and Chicago, and the Bears won. That's crazy. The Bears beat the Vikings. I certainly did not see that coming, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people didn't see that coming either. Is the key Jay Cutler? Jay Cutler comes back and they beat the Vikings. Jay Cutler comes back and Alshon Jeffrey scores his first touchdown. Anyways, the Minnesota defense was not able to stop the Bears, and their offense wasn't really going either. Detroit lost in Houston. This week, I think Detroit will beat Minnesota. The Lions are a pretty good offense this year, and I feel like Minnesota's defense is going to flunk again. This week, I feel like the Lions are going to win 22-13. The Jets and Dolphins. The Jets barely beat the Browns last week. Barely. That's just me adding on to the fact that they're not having a good year. They did score 31, so that's pretty good for their offense. But they did give up 28 to the Browns. If they're having that close of a game with the Browns, then this team is looking like they're in trouble. I think Miami's going to win this game 24-16. Dallas and Cleveland. Dak Prescott walked it off last week for the Cowboys by throwing a touchdown pass to Jason Witten. It was a battle of the rookies, Wentz versus Prescott. I said that last week, and Prescott was the winner. It just came to overtime, and Dak ultimately came out the winner. And he's playing Cleveland this week. Football is the one bad spot in Cleveland. The Cavaliers won the NBA championship. Cleveland's in the World Series. I think this is an easy week for the Cowboys. I think they're going to win 31-17. Kansas City and Jacksonville. Jacksonville hasn't looked good offensively. Kansas City looked pretty good last week, but they did suffer some injuries. Spencer Ware and Alex Smith were both taken out of the game. Alex Smith did come back, but then he got hurt again and was ultimately taken out. Even if both of those players remain out for Week 9, I think this is going to be an easy one for Kansas City, no matter who's under center or who's in the backfield. I think Kansas City's going to win this 27-17. Philadelphia and the Giants. Like I said earlier, Philadelphia played in that overtime game last week. The Giants have had their ups and downs this season, and the Eagles have proven to be a pretty legitimate team. They've had their rough spots, but what team doesn't? I think Philadelphia is going to beat the Giants 21-14. Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Rams. Last week, the Panthers played the Cardinals, who are another team that's been up and down, and the Rams were on a bye week, so I don't really have much to say about them. The Panthers haven't been the Panthers they were last season, but I still think they can beat the Rams. I think the Panthers are going to beat the Rams 26-17. New Orleans and San Francisco. San Francisco seems to score a good amount of points, but their defense just gives up too many points. Even though the Saints are on the road this weekend, I still think their offense can do great things against the 49ers defense. I think Drew Brees will have a good game, as he usually does. I think the Saints are going to beat the 49ers 35-24. San Diego and Tennessee. Tennessee scored a lot against the Jaguars last week, and San Diego played a tough defense in the Broncos. They only lost by 8, and they were very close to tying the game as well. They got into the red zone, and they had all 4 downs to try and score, but they just couldn't. San Diego played a good game against that tough Denver defense. Philip Rivers did have multiple turnovers, but like I said, it's a tough defense. Tennessee won on Thursday Night Football, but I think this week they're going to lose to the Chargers. I think it's going to be really close. I think the Chargers are going to win 24-23. The Packers and the Colts. The Packers fell victim to that late touchdown by the Falcons last week, and they barely lost, only by 1 point. The Colts are either really good or they just seem to not have a good game at all. The Colts are a hard team to predict, but this week I see them losing in Green Bay. I think Aaron Rodgers will be able to beat the Colts. It seems like he's coming back to the Aaron Rodgers we all know. I think the Packers are going to win 30-21. I also decided to throw in these M&Ms for a little more Halloween vibe. Thought I'd just get that across because I know they've been in the shop for a while, but yeah. Denver and Oakland. Oakland is a really good offense, but their defense doesn't hold up. If you don't get the ball first in overtime, it is almost rare to see a touchdown anytime after that, because usually a team just goes for the field goal to get the win. But that was not the case for the Raiders last week. Derek Carr threw a pass to Seth Roberts, and he was gone. He shredded 2 defenders, and he was able to take it to the house for the win. Denver also won last week. Their defense was elite, as usual. Some people might think this game might be a no-brainer, but I think this might be a challenge for the Broncos. The Raiders are a good offense. Did you see Derek Carr last week? He had 500-plus yards. Yes, it was against the Buccaneers. But if he can throw 500 against the Buccaneers, then what's to say he can't throw 200 or 300 against a good defense? I could be wrong. He could have a completely terrible game, but I don't think that'll be the case. I think this game will be closer than people think, although I still see Denver winning. I think Denver is going to beat Oakland 24-21. Buffalo and Seattle. Last week Buffalo played New England and New England won. What else is new? Water's wet, grass is green. New England dominates practically any team they play when Tom Brady's quarterback. I was pretty disappointed in Seattle last week. As a fan, it was hard to watch. They had lots of missed opportunities. I thought that was going to be an easy win for the Seahawks. I give props to the Saints though. They defended their home and they took down a really good team in the Seahawks. The Seahawks were also very close to winning. They had all the opportunities and they just couldn't complete it on any of them. This week, the Seahawks are back at home, which is where we play better. This is a battle of mobile quarterbacks and Russell Wilson and Tyrod Taylor. They can both move and they can both throw. They're both good defenses. I think Seattle's is better, but Buffalo's not a bad defense. In the end, I think Seattle will win 24-20. Alright guys, if you like this video, leave a like, subscribe, comment, and enjoy your Halloween candy, and I will see you next time. Sorry guys, one more thing. I'm a huge Marvel fan for anyone that doesn't know. I got the Venom beanie on. I wore the Groot mask at the beginning of the video. Most of you know me as Spider-Man from the softball videos, and I just want to say, Doctor Strange comes out tomorrow. It is going to be an amazing movie. I can't wait. I got my tickets. You guys should go see it. It's going to be awesome. But now, I will see you next time.